You're sitting in your car, engine off, uniform still on, hands resting on the steering wheel longer than necessary. You don't remember the drive home. You just remember what you said. It's policy. That's what you told them. Policy. Not your decision. Not your choice. Not your responsibility. Just policy. And somehow that word feels heavier than it should. You didn't join to become cold. You joined to matter, to build something stable, to be respected, to escape being invisible. In the beginning, everything felt clear. Right was right. Wrong was wrong. But clarity doesn't survive pressure. You learned that fast. The first time you stayed silent, it wasn't because you agreed. It was because speaking would have cost you, and you told yourself, "This is temporary." That sentence becomes your shield. It was small, a report you didn't correct, a shortcut you didn't question, a superior you didn't challenge, nothing illegal, just flexible. You calculated risk versus reward. Speaking up would isolate you. Staying quiet kept things smooth. So you chose smooth. You slept fine that night. That's how you know it worked. Weeks pass, then months. You stop noticing the compromises. They blend into routine. You correct others for things you once ignored. You enforce standards you once questioned. And the strange part? It feels efficient. You tell yourself discipline requires detachment. Emotion complicates structure. Structure keeps everything running. You're not becoming heartless. You're becoming effective. At least that's what you repeat. One day a junior approaches you. They're burning out. You respond automatically. Everyone's tired. That's the job. The words leave your mouth before you process them. And suddenly you hear it. You sound like the people you once resented. You used to say leadership didn't listen. Now someone is standing in front of you, and you're not listening. Not because you don't care, but because caring creates friction. And friction slows progress. You choose progress. Promotion comes. More authority. Less connection. You can't vent downward. You can't fully trust upward. You exist in the middle. People salute you, but they don't confide in you anymore. Your phone has fewer real conversations. At home, you simplify stories. It was a long day. You don't explain what that means, because explaining requires unpacking. And unpacking might reveal something you don't want to see. You stop reacting to things that once disturbed you: denied leave, overworked teams, unfair decisions. You rationalize everything. If I don't do it, someone else will. That sentence is powerful. It removes personal accountability. It makes you feel replaceable, but safe. You don't feel angry anymore. You don't feel passionate either. You feel operational, like a component, efficient, interchangeable. You see a new recruit, wide-eyed, idealistic. They remind you of yourself. They say, "I want to make a difference." You almost warn them, but you don't. Because you know what happens to people who resist too hard. You don't want to crush their optimism, but you won't protect it either. That's when you understand something quietly devastating. You didn't survive the system. You adapted to it, completely. You sit in your car again, engine off. You think about who you were before the first compromise. You try to remember what you felt like. It's blurry. Not gone. Just distant. You didn't become evil. You became necessary, and necessary people don't get to stay soft. The system didn't crush you. It reshaped you, quietly, gradually, until one day, you stopped noticing the difference. Not what happened to you, what it did to you.